everyone, guess what? I finally did it! I passed my driving test! Woo! So, I feel like this whole driving thing has been a journey, and I need to tell you what happened today and how I passed, which I can't believe I have. It still hasn't sank in that I've actually managed to do it. Basically, I am too poor to be able to afford driving lessons with my instructor and do my driving test in his car. And you may know that I do actually have my own car. I bought it a few months ago. So I've been driving around in that quite a lot, and I thought, you know what, I'm doing it in my car. So this morning, me and my mum drove to the test centre. It was pouring with rain, and it just so happens that I've never actually driven in the rain before. For some reason, whenever I've had a driving lesson, it's always been sunny, the weather's always been really nice, but today it was pouring with rain. So that was traumatic, just getting to the test centre. Anyway, got into the test centre. I had to do a reverse bay into the test centre with everyone watching, and I completely messed it up. I was like, oh god, this is a bad start, it's gonna go terribly. Went inside the test centre, there was loads and loads of people, and then I got called out to my car, did all the show me tell me questions fine, and just as I put on the engine, the rain cleared and blue skies came out, and I was like, oh, thank you, whoever is listening to my calls, thank you for listening. And the test started, and luckily enough, the route today was a place where a lot of my family members live, so I'm really used to the area, which I was so relieved about. But that way does have a lot of massive roundabouts, which I hate. So we approached the first roundabout, and this is a traffic light roundabout, and just as I was getting to one of the sets of traffic lights, it quickly changed to amber and then to red, and I had to do like quite an abrupt stop. And I was like, oh god, I failed. I should have carried on through on the orange. I failed, that was too abrupt. Like, I could have caused someone behind me to go in the back of me. I was like, oh no, this is terrible. Then I looked behind me, and it just so happened that my driving instructor was in the car behind me, waving at me, and I was like, oh, what are the chances of that? But by then I was just like, I just failed. So I carried on going round, and we did the manoeuvre. We got to the manoeuvre, and as you all know, parallel park is my least favourite one to do. And not only did I get parallel park today, but he also made me parallel park on a hill. So I was doing like a downhill parallel park, which was really difficult. And I said, do you know what, do it slowly, so then you can feel if you're going out of control. So I went really slowly, and I felt my wheel touch the curb, and if you mount the curb it's an instant fail. So I went forward and went back, and I was like, I'll take a minor for that. Okay. Then we went round, and there was a few more massive roundabouts, and all of them were right turns. So you have to like go all the way around the roundabouts and then cut across to the left hand side. It's really scary, and I can't believe I held my cool when I did it, but somehow I did. And I got back to the test centre, and I was like, I know I failed. That stop at those traffic lights was just, I should have just carried on. That was too abrupt. He was very quiet, and I was like, oh great. And he was writing loads of stuff down. I was like, great. And then he went, I'm pleased to tell you, you've passed. And I was like, what? And then he said, you passed. And I was like, what? This has been a long journey. A lot of money has been spent. A lot of stress has been had, but I finally got there. Now the real driving is about to happen, because I'm on my own. And can I just say, I just went for a drive around my block on my own. It was terrifying, okay? So now this is when it gets serious. But if any of you guys are trying to pass your driving test and you've failed more than once, which this is my third time, I think the moral of the story is just don't give up. And the way to have the motivation to not give up is to just think about how much money you've spent, and you don't want that to go to waste, do you? You'll get there one day. It doesn't matter how long it takes you, you'll get there in the end, and that's it. You've passed your test for the rest of your life. You're done. I think the final thing we need to do is we need to rip up this bad boy. Yay! Yay! That'll do. Woo! Anyway guys, thank you for watching, and I will see you on Thursday. Bye!